From rising expectations in the U.S. of a September rate cut to King Charles unveiling Britain's new legislative agenda, these are the stories to watch in business and finance in the coming week. It's a busy week in the U.S. where signs of a softening economy and cooling inflation have been boosting expectations the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates in September. Fed Chief Jerome Powell speaks in Washington on Monday. And retail sales data out on Tuesday could offer clues on whether slowing growth is reflected in the consumer sector. Earnings results from Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, and Morgan Stanley are also on deck. The European Central Bank is all but certain to keep rates steady on Thursday, a month after its first rate cut in 5 years. What policymakers say about further cuts will be in the spotlight. China's third plenum kicks off on Monday. It's a seminal event typically held every 5 years. Reforms could include the most significant overhaul of the fiscal system in 3 decades, with the aim to shift income from Beijing to cash-strapped regional governments. There will also be a parade of top-tier data on GDP, retail sales, and industrial output. King Charles will lay out the legislative agenda of the new government led by British Prime Minister Keir Starmer on Wednesday. But investors will likely be watching inflation data coming out the same day. Headline inflation eased to the Bank of England's 2% target in May, but policymakers are watching services prices, which have been rising nearly 6% in annual terms.